Hello, Antwan, Alamont. Thank you for joining the show again. It's great to have you back on the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just interviewed one of your buddies, Jonathan, another Jonathan, Spades Alamont.
He's been a longtime friend. We have been business co-workers for a long time.
Really? That's interesting. Now, do you know how he got his name, Spades, the middle name?
Well, he actually owns Spades.
Oh,
And when
wow. That's interesting.
and, and he was also a special forces agent and his call sign was Spades.
That's interesting. I did not know that. Now he was telling me about a business adventure in Yamato. And I recall we didn't talk much about the foreign companies. We did talk about Bergman shortly, but we didn't talk about Yamato and Renetti LLC extensively. You got anything for them?
About Renetti and Joromoto. In the next No Big Deal update, the Deb Shia said that there will be the new Joromoto and Renetti LLC business companies, which will be joining San Rosa and building new establishments there. Joromoto already built their establishment in San Rosa. As you can see, it's in front of contract.
Yes, that is true. I've visited it many times, but it doesn't look like much is going on over there.
Their doors are still closed, so don't expect a lot. While Renetti hasn't even built anything, so I guess we'll see them in a few updates. Also, you can see in the white building that's next to Roberto's Taxi and Service, there is in fact a photo of the founder of Joromoto, which is Matsu Joromoto.
So, how's business been going?
The big deal sometimes drives people insane. Sometimes it's not just no big deal. Sometimes it is a big deal. Sometimes it is in fact a big deal. Not necessarily just Bergen.
You're talking about other agencies such as Halfwell?
The big deal everybody says is just no big deal because the weeks reset and then the money goes away, so everybody says it's just no big deal, but the actual big deal is the business partners we made along the way.
That's pretty deep. Knowing that Yamato is a company that specializes in
Analytics.
cars, do you think that the cars we see in the game are made by Yamato?
Maybe it could happen, but if that was the case, then why would Juramoto supply vehicles to rival companies?
Now it could be a question of that, or it could be a question of trying to make money. Uh, um, not Jonathan was telling me how the guns we use are made by Alamont.
Guns are easier to get a hold of
Um,
because it's sold at gun stores, so Juramoto doesn't directly control it.
but there are
So we
also car dealers, the family-owned car dealers that aren't exactly tied to Yamato. It could just be them buying the cars and selling it to people.
While that could be true, Juramoto, as you can see, Juramoto is mostly an also an analytics company.
That's right.
Like they also work in analytics. For example, they can do your taxes, uh you can hire an accountant and as such,
Okay.
which has proved somewhat useful.
Right. Do you personally use them?
I'm not counting all that money from all the clean deals. So yes,
Well, that's a quick sponsorship right there. What do you think of all the other companies, like they have to be tired of Bergman, Halfwell, and Alamont constantly fighting. Do you think there's any chance that something bad would happen? Finally arresting some employees of Halfwell, Alamont, or Bergman?
The Santa Rosa Police Department is underpaid and under-equipped and undermanned.
I see
In
what you're
the
saying.
air in the area where the three companies are, there's not even a single cop.
Yeah, I haven't seen any police stations actually.
That is why most deals take only 10 minutes, because after that the cops get there.
Now, going back to the companies of San Rosa, I've heard a rumor that Aloha Burger actually takes the corpses of people of the dead employees and use that as their meat for their burgers. Any comment?
Now that I think about it, that's why the clam chowder project must be so valuable.
You bring up a good point. I didn't think about the clam chowder project.
Maybe that's why the clam chowder project is so valuable.
Yeah.
Because the clam chowder project is Aloha's secret recipe.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that it's literally either the Krabby Patty recipe or just telling you how to cook fucking corpses.
That's an interesting take. I was just thinking, but now that you brought it up, that's pretty interesting. But
Which,
but you could all as we know, they're not master discs. They're just copies. Do you think with the clam chowder project that they could be a company, some sort of contester of Aloha Burger, a different joint, could be getting this and trying to get the clam chowder project out there so that people know what they're eating?
perhaps, but sometimes you can also find the clam chowder project inside the office of Aloha Burger, which means that they probably just left it there. And it's also all when it's in the Aloha, it's always at the manager's office, which means that only the manager has access to this information.
That's right. Wow, I didn't even think about that. That's an interesting take.
So I believe the employees are oblivious
There's
and that
got to
they
be, they got to know something. The higher ups or employees, they got to know that they're cooking some sort of human meat of sorts.
serial killers have always said that human meat tastes like pork. So I think they could pretty easily sell it off as pork or cow meat.
Wow. I didn't even know that serial killers said that. That's interesting. I'll get
Most
back
can.
with my sources about that. But that's an interesting take and an interesting theory.
Hmm.
Now, now I did speak to Jonathan, and what is your goal? What's the end goal for Alamont? What do you want to build yourself up as?
Well, great things come big. Our final goal? Money.
Money. Now, when would enough be enough?
Never. We keep growing.
Interesting.
We
Now,
keep growing.
are you already the best gun manufacturer? Do you have any other competition that could be doing something?
We
Uh,
supply we supply US since 1942.
wow. So you're not only funded by the government, you're also taking money from people with gun shops and all that, and
Yep.
corporations like Halfwell Incorporated.
They also take guns from our shops, while employees get their own guns by the money we provide for them from each project they manage to deal.
Now, so what do you do with the projects after you gain them?
We pass them off to the higher ups, and well, they are the ones that asked us to buy them, so they know what to do with them.
That's interesting.
Perhaps if it was a clamshell project, they could maybe just go blackmail Aloha for it.
For more money than they paid.
Yep.
That's interesting. Now, if as a final thing, what would you say to your employees?
Well, gentlemen, as we say, great things come big. So make as much clean deals as possible, and you can let loose on Friday with an 8 grenade briefcase.
That's that's very encouraging. Thank you for your time.